Hello and welcome to another update video. Today we want to talk about the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. I want to take a look at the price action of the 2020 low. In my view, this rally into the 2022 highs counts best as a three-wave move only. So I'm labeling this obviously overall as a five-wave move because this wave 5, after a larger degree fourth wave finished here, this wave 5 should really be a five-wave move. So from an Elliott wave point of view, we would like to see that filled in, suggesting new all-time highs. If we zoom out a little bit, so you can see that it already made a new high in 2022. This pullback here that occurred into October, this pullback, which is in line with what the Nasdaq did and the SPX, is very corrective. So the question is, of course, is this really just a three-wave move up? And is this the fourth wave because it's quite deep? If that's the case, we should get a fifth wave rally to the upside now. Yeah? And it currently looks like that. Let me take those fips out, by the way. So ideal scenario would be overall a five-wave move up of the March 2020 lows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, it is best to be counted as a diagonal structure. The subwaves look corrective. Also, the mess that happened here, pretty ugly price action since the October lows, 22. So it all counts best as a diagonal, also due to the deep wave 4. That makes sense, and even though it's pretty ugly price action. So also the wave 5 should be an ABC structure. A wave, B wave, C wave. So now we are going to take a look at that. That's my base case, okay? That's my base case. Even though a bearish scenario is also still possible, and we're going to talk about that as well. So let's zoom in, you'll see that better on the lower time frame. But if a bearish scenario is really playing out, then we would be looking at a five-wave move to the downside here in the first place. And it would need to turn around to the downside pretty much now, yeah, before breaking above the July highs. So let's zoom in. So that means a break above the July highs would make a bearish outcome here much less likely. So it would then be very much suggestive of basically new all-time highs coming. So looking at the shorter time frame wave count, yeah, you can see here this October low as a wave 4, probably an A wave to the upside. To be honest, this mess can be counted in different ways. For me, it makes sense to count it as a running flat structure. You'll see that. What is a running flat? A running flat is a so-called sideways correction. So we had an A wave to the upside. The B wave is the running flat. So it's a pretty rare structure, but honestly, it fits best here because we have three waves in wave A. That's what it is. Three waves in A. We have three waves in B, which is an overshooting B wave, which is possible, 3, 3, and then 5 waves down. Pretty much crystal clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got a 3, 3, 5 pattern. And the running flat means that the C wave, A, B, C, the C wave did not break below the low of the A wave. And now we are going, okay? So there is a case to be made that this was an A wave, this here was the B wave as a running flat, and we're now moving up in a C wave in 5 waves. This is the most bullish scenario I have available here. In a more bearish perspective, we are coming down in the yellow wave count. So in this scenario, we had 5 waves down, obviously, off the July high. Well, we have that anyway, just the context is important. We would now be moving up in a wave 2. Now, for a wave 2 correction, I have to be very honest with you, it is a little bit too aggressive, even though not impossible. And it's also broken above standard resistance for a wave 2, which was here at 34,950. So the break above that level, the aggressiveness of the move makes it less likely, in my opinion, this yellow count. Can I rule it out? Really only above the July highs, but it's currently not anything I'm primarily watching for. What I can tell you though, if we get the next pullback and that move down is impulsive, then yeah, you know, that would be a bit of a crash alert. But at the moment, it's looking good for a trend continuation higher and a bullish scenario. And that in fact, this B wave low here in October marked the end of this overall large ABC correction, which started here in December 22. Okay, so it was a very boring long sideways correction. That gives us some opportunities, because now the idea would be that this C wave is unfolding in 5 waves. If the interpretation is correct here, then what we are dealing with here right now to the upside is just the wave 1. We would be looking for a wave 2 pullback at some point. It should happen soon. There's no sign of a pullback right now. Absolutely no sign of a pullback right now. And then we should get a 3rd wave higher, 4th wave down, 5th wave to the upside, and then we can get this all sorted. I can really only give you very accurate targets for waves 3, 4, 5 once I have the first pullback in place. So the nature of that next pullback will be absolute key. The nature of the next pullback. If the next pullback moves down in an impulsive way and breaks below support, and support would be measured against the latest high. Support is at 32,950. So if we see an impulse below 32,950, it would very much suggest that we are probably entering a bit more of a bear market there. If we get a corrective pullback that holds above 32,950, and we don't even need to go down that much. I mean, we could just trigger here the 61.8 retracement level at 33,430, or the 50% FIB level at 33,780. Yeah, maybe let's even add the 38.2 FIB level. I mean, they are all relevant FIB support levels for a wave 2. So we just need to be very much aware of that. Okay, so they can all be triggered. Looking at the 1 hour chart, the movement here to the upside, it counts best as a 3-wave move. So it could very much be that the wave 1 is an ABC structure, and that this entire move up is an ending diagonal, okay, the C wave basically. So that's not a problem. So we might be dealing here with an ABC structure. You can count that in different ways. A wave, B wave, C wave. The fact that we didn't have any deep pullback in this move to the upside makes it tricky. If I go to the 30-minute chart, because that again keeps the door open for the yellow count, okay, if it's an ABC structure. This is not a very clear 5-wave move. In a bullish interpretation, this here would be some kind of a wave 4, but then see how long this is. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? We've got that situation at the moment on the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 charts as well. It's not easy. And then if we talk about, I mean, what are the next levels to watch here? I would pay attention to the 78.6 extension level next. No guarantee we get there, but that's a key level to watch at 35,366. So, and it might be that we're now in this C wave and that we had here a small 1-2 setup, 3, 4, and we're now in the 5th wave. So getting very much to the end of this rally, and the pullback is due. But there is at the moment no sign of a pullback. It would need to take out that last swing low there as a first signal, and that would be a break below 34,810, that we have a pullback that is unfolding, that a top has been struck. Okay, that's my update about the Dow Jones. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you are interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as NASDAQ updates, as well as regular updates about stocks, then check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. We cover 20 stocks. There are even more stocks that we cover in the higher tiers. And also there are daily updates about the S&P 500, ES futures, intraday updates, daily video updates, and that's all included. You might want to check it out. The link is in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.